Hey, RhinoCats, welcome back. It's Miss Mary Louise again, and we are moving on to our English language arts portion of the day. Once again, like math, in an effort to keep things simple, structured, fun, I am sticking to some daily themes that we can all access together. So every Monday for ELA, we'll be coming together to talk about all things reading comprehension. And when we're talking about reading comprehension, we are just talking about understanding what we are reading, right? If we comprehend something, we're understanding it. We're making meaning from it. We're taking something away. So that's why every morning during our check-in, when we sit down and read, not only do we fill out a library log on our book, but we also are prepared to talk to teachers or staff about what we read, about our characters, about our plot, about problems going on in our story, right? So we can make sure that you understood what you're reading. It's so important to read and understand what we're reading for so many reasons. We can develop a larger vocabulary, learn more words. We can sound smarter when we read and understand what we're reading. We can learn new things about ourselves or about the world around us. We can stay informed. We can stay safe. We can get better jobs and just be better overall quality citizens. So very important to be able to make meaning from what we read. Basically, if we're reading and we're not understanding what we're reading, it's just a waste of our time, right? So it's your job as the reader to determine what you're reading, to make meaning from your reading, to determine a purpose of the text. So when I'm talking about purpose, I'm just talking about the reason why an author is writing a text or a story, what the author wants you to take away from their writing. So there's so many different reasons why an author may want you to read a certain text. So some of these reasons or purposes are to inform, right? So if we read a newspaper, we're being informed about what's going on in the world around us. If we read or look at an advertisement, that's probably persuading us to buy something or to use a certain service. If we're reading a recipe, that's going to instruct us on how to do something, or if we're reading like a fire evacuation guide, that's going to instruct us on how to safely deal with a fire. If you're taking a survey, right, a lot of you should have received a 2020 census from the government. That is the government wanting to collect information on you guys, to get information. So many different reasons or purposes for writing, for reading. So today, our objective is to figure out the purpose, the reason why an author or illustrator is showing you a drawing or showing you a type of text. Another objective is some of you guys will have to answer questions on IXL, which I'll get into in a second, on the topic of a text or the main idea. Now, topic is just who or what the story is about, okay? You can identify a topic to get the full meaning of a text, right? Topics or main ideas help us make meaning from the text. That's why it's so important that we know how to do these things. So topic or main idea, it's really going to tell us exactly what this story is about, why we're reading it. So a couple example problems I'll do with you guys today. You're going to go into IXL. Once again, this time you're going to go into learning language arts, click on topics, and then reading comprehension. Once again, it's going to be divided up into grade skills. So I want CS, MW, and SG to complete U period 1. What is the picture about? And first grade skills. Under second grade skills, I want KT, DA, IG, and RU to complete S period 1, identify the purpose of a text. S period 2, determine the topic and purpose of an informational passage. And then finally, third grade skills, I want NB to complete C period 1, identify the author's purpose, mixed media, and then C period 2, identify the author's purpose in passages, okay? So some questions you may come across today, guys, in your work. Number one, what is this picture about? Pick the main idea. Pick what basically the author or illustrator wants you to take away from this picture, what the author's trying to convey or show to you guys. So here, I don't know if you can see it very well, but it is a mouse eating cheese. So it's asking, is the main idea the mouse is sad, or is the main idea the mouse likes cheese? So nothing indicates in this picture here that our mouse is sad. I know that mice really like cheese, so the main idea is probably the mouse likes cheese. I'm sure you probably can't see this here, but this says, what is the purpose of this brochure? The brochure says, Connor's Cakes. Call Connor. For your next party, get a cake from Connor. So a brochure gives us information, maybe tries to sell us something. I think that the purpose here is to get people to buy Connor's Cakes, not to teach people how to bake like Connor, right? He didn't say anything about that in his brochure. He's definitely trying to persuade us to buy some of his cakes. So that would be the purpose for that brochure. All right, guys. Just like math, you're going to try your best, and I will be in touch helping to answer any questions or concerns a little bit later. You got this.